What's up, Six Borough podcast fans? How the fuck are you? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. We're doing good. Just about to pump out some more content for your asses. First, let's get through these sponsors. Guys, first of all, we're brought to you by AS Engineering Services. They're a full-scale architectural design firm, engineering, all that good jazz. Whatever you're looking to do, new builds, rebuilds, renovations. It's kind of the same thing as a rebuild, huh? Whatever. They do it all. Commercial, residential, whatever you guys are looking for, they got you handled. Check out some of the cool projects they've done on their website, which is www.asengineeringservices.com. Even if you're not in the market to build something and you just want to look at some cool ass shit, that's where you want to go. You'd also reach them at 631-560-0259. Next, we're brought to you by Municipal Land Survey. You could reach them at 631-345-2658. You can hit them up for all your land surveying needs, whatever you're looking to do, buying a new house, looking to sell your house, put in a pool, put up a fence, whatever you're looking to do, they can handle it. They're all over this great state of New York and on Long Island, of course, because this is the Six Borough podcast, and we rep Long Island. Last but not least, guys, we're brought to you by Keto Fresh, which is a ketogenic meal delivery service. If you want to find out more about them, you could follow them on Instagram at keto.fresh.ny for some of the delicious shit that they make. You could hit them up, DM them for menus, pricing, and delivery options. Guys, this episode we have our boy Matt from the Sneaker Bistro. Matt comes through. We have a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. We talk about some crazy shit in the world of sneakers. Some style, some fashion, stuff like that. Some interesting shit about some of the shows and stuff, which I didn't even know was a thing, SneakerCon and whatnot. We just talk about a lot of fun stuff and also about repping Long Island and, putting it out there for people that are doing cool local shit, which is what we are all about, which is what Matt is all about. So give it a listen. Hope you guys enjoy it. No, it's not. And guys, we are live. Let's get into it.
Welcome to the Six Borough Family Podcast. Here with Uncle Skanga, the Creep Box.
Is that an official name?
That's
fine
with me.
That's an official name.
And Chris, the grandfather Yarborough.
Ouch! Wow,
Whoa.
that was a
Wow.
You're the one with the gray hair,
That's
bro.
tough.
Yeah,
I got gray beard, so it's fine.
That's okay. Gray beards are right.
See?
are you saying that the top is not?
I didn't. I wasn't judging, but if you took it that way,
That's our guest, by the way. That's Matt Dillon of the Sneaker Bistro shitting on my gray hair.
I didn't shit on anybody's gray hair.
This
Well, if
guy's
you
all,
shit on your gray hair, you'd have brown hair, not gray.
get over here then.
Let's take him back to the original.
Let's even this shit up.
Let's start, guys. Hi, everybody.
All right, so normal roll call.
Yeah. So let's do this right. Six Borough Podcast. D-Rock.
Yarbs.
Uncle Creepbox, Mike Skanga.
And Matt from Sneaker Bistro.
Yes.
Sneaker Bistro Kid.
Sneaker Bistro.
By the way, Butch gave you that nickname.
Uncle Creepbox. I'm okay with it. I've been called much worse.
Yeah. Let's stay
That
on
was
subject.
funny.
It was funny.
Yeah.
All right. So, Matt, what's going on, man? I mean, let's do a little background here, right? So,
Background.
I've known Matt since Jesus Christ,
Forever.
middle school, I'd say, right?
Yeah.
Or did-
His hair had a color back then.
So you knew him when he was chubby.
I was going to say,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
still
yeah.
chubby.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's a record. 2 minutes before I mentioned Chubby D.
Yeah.
Probably the earliest it's ever been. I like it.
So we met in Saxton.
Yes.
There was a period of time in high school and just after graduation where me, you, like Dave Sorensen, all those guys, we hung out all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
We used to go drive it around in my car. I think at that time, because you're younger than I am, right?
Yep.
Or two.
No, I think only
You graduated in 01, right? I mean, 2002.
2002.
Yeah, all right, so 1 year.
Yeah.
At that point in time, I think I was the only one in that group that had the license. And,
Well, we had remember Chuck. Remember Chuck Bass? And he had he got his license in Maryland. We drove around when he was like 15.
Oh yeah.
So we always had him. Always had him to drive us around too. But
well, Chuck wasn't a staple in that group of friends.
No. You're right. But he had a car, so
that's true.
So he became a friend real quick.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we like how everything else goes, you lose touch for a little while and shit. But
yeah.
So I don't know, Dick, about how you ended up being part of the Sneaker Bistro. Now, are you part owner?
No.
Okay. You're just manager.
I'm manager. I've been there since we opened.
Right.
The owner Joe Trinka and me, we're basically we call each other cousins. I've known him forever.
Right.
Our moms worked together, so we were always friends. And then we were working for a building supply company together, and he was telling me how he was going to open up a sneaker store, and he did it. And then he asked me if I would come work for him, and I've been there ever since.
Were you always a sneakerhead,
always,
or
okay? Yeah, I always into sneakers. Started collecting, as they say, when I was 16. So I've always been into sneakers.
That makes me feel like I'm a bad friend.
No,
because I didn't know.
It was a secret. I was hiding it from everybody.
You didn't come out of the sneaker closet yet?
I came out of the sneaker closet until I was in my 20s.
I was going to say, back then, I mean, other than Jordans, people, I feel really didn't collect.
No.
Not mainstream it is now. People,
like I said, even we've been at the shop's been open 11 years now. When we first opened, we'd be lucky if we sold a shoe a week.
Not even a pair, just one shoe.
Yeah, it wasn't as big as it is today.
It's huge now.
And from the years going, we couldn't even believe it. We were always into sneakers, and it's just Long Island. It's tough. The culture out here is different. It was always a big in the city. It was always a city thing and whatever. So when we opened up, it was just people weren't expecting. We used to have shoes in there for $300-$400. People are I go to Bob's and I get Nikes for $50.
Yeah, but they're not as cool.
Yeah, no, but they weren't. It wasn't around yet. And then as the years came on, it blew up. We had. When they first released, Nike did the Jones Beach Air Force Ones. We were one of the only stores to get them. I had a line around the shopping center because Newsday posted us that we were getting them in the paper, and people went nuts.
That's awesome.
The Jones Beach, is that
Long
Island Jones Beach?
Oh yeah,
I didn't even know that was a thing.
They just re-released them again a couple months ago, and it's got Long Island on the bottom. It's got the water tower on it. So.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's come a long way.
How much did those go for? Were those retarded expensive?
No. With us, we try to keep everything retail. You know what I mean? Whatever the box says. We don't do the resale, because we're an official Nike contract. So we get everything directly from Nike. So those were $130. We sold them for $130. You know, it's the guys that you see that do the resale stuff that go to stores like me, buy it, and then post it on eBay.
Yeah.
So.
That's a big thing. That's I know some people that. Even younger kids. My boss's son got into it, and he just graduated high school.
I've gone to they do sneaker shows and stuff like that, and they
Wait, there's sneaker shows?
Oh yeah, Comic-Con. There's Sneaker Con.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I want to go to that.
Yeah.
Now, can I ask you a question?
Yep.
No,
because I imagine
that's not what this is about.
Yeah, sorry. How dare I? I almost imagine it how the car industry, the import car industry became a thing. They have their shows, and, hot chicks and stuff like that. You get that same thing with the shoes?
Because
there's female sneakers.
Well, there's hot chicks, but there's it's mostly just a bunch of guys walking around trying to sell shoes. there's definitely girls there, and as the years gone on, the crowds have gotten younger and younger, and these kids. They make more money on a shoe than we do, because they'll buy it and they'll walk around.
Yeah, they're resale.
I was at a show and I had a pair of shoes there, and this kid asked me how much I wanted from him. I was joking around. I said, "Man, give me $2,000." This kid pulled $2,000 out of his pocket. He couldn't have been more than 10 years old.
Yeah.
What?
And I'm where did you get this? I wouldn't let my kid walk around with that type of money.
Not only that, but for what kind of shoe?
I don't know. I was just something I just said. I had. It was old. A lot of these kids don't even know half the stuff I have. They've seen it in magazines.
Right. And what's really crazy is how. It used to be, you'd buy something, it had to be, unworn. Now, it doesn't even fucking matter.
That's
it
my...
does not matter.
I'm not that guy. If those shoes are not new, I am not putting them on my foot.
That sounds gross.
And a lot of kids will buy the shoes that are worn.
Don't care, yeah.
They don't care.
I'd put on a condom before I wear somebody else's shoes.
Just
fucking ridiculous.
Flip it inside out. It's fine.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but
she'll get pregnant by someone else.
like you,
Inside out, you're good.
That would be the greatest thing
How is
ever.
a 10-year-old? That
just
kid's
rip it
going to
off
grow
the-
out of that shoe when he hits puberty.
Yeah.
He's going to have that shoe for a year and then never be able to wear it again.
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
crazy.
he'll turn around and resell it.
He'll resell it to somebody else. That it's insane.
Yeah.
Like they're not looking like for me that bothers me just because like I grew up just like the culture. Like sneakers was awesome to me because it made you an individual. You got to pick what I like. You might not like, and
Right.
that's okay. Like it's fine. Now kids just walk in the shop and like, what's the hottest, newest thing?
That's
they
it.
don't care what it is, as long as it's hot and new. What people are asking for, that's what they want.
So Yeezys all the
I
time.
was gonna say they don't even give a fuck what they look like.
yeah, no. See, like to me, the Yeezy. Hey, good for him. You know what I mean? But I don't. I could get them.
Yeah.
I think they're horrible.
I don't
think
wear
they're
them.
Fucking ugly.
Now, to me, the real Yeezy is when he was with Nike.
Yeah.
We had every pair at the shop. Now that to me, like, and kids sometimes they don't even know he was with Nike before he was with Adidas.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I couldn't even tell you what one single pair of Yeezys looks like.
They're real ugly.
they're a running shoe, but it just his whole thing was.
Wait, a Kanye West running shoe?
Oh yeah,
That motherfucker's never run a day in his life. Look at him.
From
I
the
know.
police.
Wow.
he went there.
Racism.
He went
That wasn't
there.
racism. I just think he's an asshole.
Yeah,
Has
but
nothing to do with race.
yeah, they don't even they don't care. They just
Whatever's
whatever's hot
yeah.
and whatever that's what they want. And
Well, I feel like they feel the same way about music too, because
very true.
Oh my god.
the new hip hop's.
Oh, trash.
So they're
Little
wearing
punk.
they're wearing shitty shoes, banging shitty music, and
Yep.
their fucking shitty car.
Dude, I want to bring this up while we're talking about it. You know that rapper chick Cardi B or whatever? That's
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
are terrible.
yeah. These
The Kanye, like, they call them the wave runners because they look like
they're
jet
they're
skis.
disgusting. This rapper who's got I don't even know how many followers. This chick Cardi B who's apparently big now. I never even heard any of her
Yeah,
songs.
she was a stripper like a week ago.
Yeah.
Legit.
Don't tell me that. No, I like her.
I was gonna say Skagit definitely knows her.
But she posted these shoes, and she's saying they're fire. They're the ugliest fucking shoes I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
no, it's just because they're going to be hard to get, and
Yeah, they're disgusting.
Oh, there's music with it too.
Yeah, just
Oh my god, stop.
they're gross.
Wow, those are hideous.
and that's
Yeah.
that's how I feel about them. But they will sell out, and kids
Yeah.
will go nuts for them, and that's how this game goes. It's just, it's it's a trendy thing, So, like to me, like Air Force Ones is like one of the most classic shoes to me, and that's what got me started collecting sneakers. And people don't wear them anymore. Like
they're just
Yeah, they phase
classic.
out.
Clean,
the only ones that
good-looking
really
sneakers.
sell all the time is the white on white. Like I get guys that come in the summer and then beginning of summer buy 10 pairs of them because they wear them like twice and that's
Yeah,
it.
they
Once
wear
they get
them-
dirty, they throw them away.
They wear them to the casino.
Yep.
With their best
white
outfits.
on white
Air Force Ones, classic Air Force Ones, hasn't changed since '82 when they came out. It's the same exact shoe.
It's the great white shark of sneakers.
It really is. It constantly sells, and it just to any guy going to a barbecue, you got your fresh white on white Air Force Ones on, you're killing it. It doesn't matter,
You stepped on my sneaker.
Yep.
That was like the official, summer barbecue uniform in like 0304s, like white Air Force Ones with a
Khaki-
G unit tank top.
G-unit tank top and khaki cargo shorts.
Khaki cargo. Nailed it.
Wait, you guys
Maybe a
grew up in
retro Knicks
Shirley
jersey?
Bassey too?
I just wore that last week, to be honest with you.
So, what do you like? What was the intent with the store? Because I mean, I know you didn't open it personally, but obviously, like I said, you're real close with
Oh, yeah.
the owner. What's the owner's name?
Joe.
Joe.
Yeah.
So, was he? I guess obviously he's been a sneakerhead for a while.
Yeah,
Was
he's the person that got me really getting into the collecting. Like I always was into sneakers, and when we became friends, he was into the going out into the city and lining up outside of stores and getting stuff. And
Right,
he introduced that to me, and we were going to all these boutiques, and he was always like, "I want to open one of these one day." He's like, and like I said, we drove trucks. We worked for a building supply company, and he went out and got hurt, and while he was out getting hurt, he built the store.
Wow.
So, and everything was built by him. He did everything. It's all hand. It looks like an Italian restaurant inside.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was that was actually the next question I was going to ask is, was he immersed in that like city culture of the sneakers and stuff like that? Was he like intent on bringing it here?
Well, with Joe, he doesn't do anything small. If he goes to do something, he does it big with anything he ever did. And when he was doing the store, he was just like, I want a boutique. I want it to feel like people want to come here. It's not a Foot Locker, like, and that's what we always say. Like, we're not there to sell a pair of shoes. I'll sell a pair of shoes. I see your headphones are coming off over here. Yeah. But
quick,
I don't like the headphones. I'm sorry.
But, and like we live it. Like I could sit there and someone could come to the store and sit there for an hour and not buy anything, but me and him talk about shoes, and I'm okay with it. It's not like about a numbers thing, And I'll always sell a pair of shoes, but
the shoes almost sell themselves, I feel like, right?
Well, that's what we're like a destination spot. Like a lot of people don't come in there to window shop. They come for a purpose. They're looking for that specific pair of shoes,
Right.
like through the internet, they'll know we have them. Sometimes they know we get shoes before we even get them. They'll be like, oh, I was on this website and it said that they listed you as someone that's getting it. I'm like, I didn't even know I'm getting them yet,
I feel like this is an obvious question, but I mean, how huge has the internet been in making the culture what it is and also driving business as well?
It's a gift and a curse because it gets you out there, but it also hurts you because kids are seeing things that are coming out before the stuff that's in the store is already out, so they're picking and choosing now what they want to buy. Instead of just have to go to a store to see what they have to get it, they're knowing, like, I'm not going to get this release because I know in 6 months this one's coming out.
Right, so it stops a little bit of traffic to the store.
That, and again, it's tough because, with Amazon and all that stuff, like, people don't want to leave their house, so it's a gift and a curse. It's for promoting-wise and getting your name out there and doing stuff like that, it's great, but sales-wise, it hurts you sometimes. Don't get me wrong. You reach I ship all over the United States.
I was going to say, yeah, probably.
I used to before customs and everything. I used to I had one guy in Italy I used to ship to all the time. Because especially that way, they don't get half the stuff we get over here. Same thing there. They get stuff we don't get. But
I feel like they only have leather shoes over there. I don't know why. Like
it's all loafers.
Italian guy, or like those shoes you see, like the race car drivers. Like those Pumas.
Yeah.
Those are the only ones I imagine they have in Italy. I don't know why. That's just how I.
Maybe that's why they call me for Air Force Ones.
Clip-on loafers.
Yeah.
Sorry to our Instagram followers that D-Rock keeps fucking dropping the phone on.
Well,
I would have thought there would have been like a stand for that. I just
we actually have one.
We do have one. I just,
at the house. No,
this,
I see what's going on.
Our other,
he brings out the good stuff for the good guests. I get the hand dropping. I see.
I've known you since middle school. Come on.
I know. That's why I get that treatment.
It's like sex with a girlfriend you've been with forever.
Whoa.
Maybe that was a bad analogy.
You stay on that side of the table, all right?
Wait, where is this going?
I don't know if you've noticed the couch behind you, Matt.
You didn't
have to sit on that first.
I've seen that in a couple of videos on the internet.
You got grandfathered in. You're welcome.
He's looking around the studio. I knew I knew this fucking room from somewhere.
That looks real familiar.
That episode of Family Guy where he's like, I bet you Samuel L. Jackson's in this. He's in everything.
But one of our other hosts, Eric, he couldn't be here tonight. He's not feeling so great. So, but like I said, he was real pumped about this. He watched like a sneaker documentary on Netflix. He was getting all excited.
Yeah. That's actually a good one. That's a good one. And
I didn't even know that was there.
I didn't either. Do you know which one it was?
I think it's called Sneakers. I'm pretty sure that's on Netflix. And then
there's a Robert Redford movie.
There's other.
That's a good movie.
There's another one I've seen. It's called Just for Kicks. It's like a DVD. It's not on Netflix, but that's another like. Explains the culture, really,
Yeah.
Check that out.
Well, he watched it, and he was all pumped and had all these questions on there, so I told him we'd go live.
Okay.
So he could,
He's going to try to...
Aaron
Aaron just chimed in and says sneakerheads.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
He's going to try to stump me on something?
No, he just got real into it, and he had a bunch of questions, I guess, he wanted to ask you.
All right.
And he was bummed out that he wasn't going to ask him. I was like, well, I'll go live, and I'll be the proxy. So hey, Eric, I mean, I know you're you're tuned in here, so let's fucking participate, bro. Let's go.
Or anybody else for that matter.
Anybody.
Someone-
Yeah,
Anybody.
anybody. You know, anybody got questions? Let's hear them. Here we go. He wants to know. He wants to know how you feel about K-Swiss.
K-Swiss? Hey, if you... I'm not going to lie. I have had K-Swiss. I don't wear them now, but I've worn them, you know?
I guess, because he was actually saying that, I guess in that documentary they're talking about, like, they're trying to get in on the, you know...
Everyone's trying to get in on everything. Yeah. Under Armour. Under Armour calls us every day to, you know, but even that Steph Curry shoe, I'm not wearing that. Right. You know, like, but they're trying. They actually just, they signed a deal with A$AP Rocky to, like, start doing their clothing and stuff like that, because they're trying to get
Under Armour is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to get into that fashion.
Under Armour and hip-hop?
Yep. They're trying.
Yeah.
Well, while we're on the Steph Curry shoe, I want to bring up, so last season for fantasy football, like right when the season started, there was a video online of people making fun of the Steph Curry shoe for being a dad shoe.
The dad shoe?
Yes.
That was the low top.
So,
the low top.
yeah, I have a pair because I took last place in my fantasy football
So
team.
it was a gag gift?
I had to, they sent me the shoes, and I had to have photo evidence of me wearing them out at a bar. So I have the white-on-white Steph Curry dad shoes.
Where's that photo? We need to get that up.
Oh, yeah. I think I had to post it on Facebook. So let me check my page. But
you know that's a bad shoe when that's a punishment for something. I just want to say that, you know, and you know. But don't get me wrong, the shoes he wears are great, you know. But that low top dad shoe, as they called them, was just terrible.
So what is what's the hottest one out right now? Like what's the big shoe right now?
It's always going to be Yeezys. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, those are nice.
yeah,
Share with the class.
You wore those well.
you know what?
we saw that.
I can pull off anything, you know. But
Well, I want our audience to see it. Let's share with the class here, buddy. Let's see that dad shoe.
But yeah,
What's
you know,
that
that's the thing. It's just
The whole outfit looks great.
yeah, it's an ensemble.
you know what?
You put it together well.
I put on a hoodie with the fur and the distraction.
You should have.
My eyes are up here, kind of thing.
Dad shoe city.
The part of that should have been you had to walk around with a fanny pack.
Hey,
I just got a new one.
All right, I'm not knocking a fanny pack. It's very useful.
So how long do you think the Yeezy will be in for? Because obviously they've been out for a little while now, and they're still pretty popular. Like, how long do you think that's going to last?
Until he gets mad and goes to another company.
You think he's going to stay that popular for that long?
He's got a following, you know. Unless, you know, some new up and coming fashion guy comes out and drops something that takes his kids' minds off of everything. It's just it's the whole industry, the whole streetwear industry as a whole. Right now, it's some of the stuff people are wearing. I don't get, but hey, that's what fashion is. You know, you got a company called Supreme that
He's killing it.
They killed it. They released a brick that said Supreme. Sold it for $100. It sold out. Like, what's going on? Like, that shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's
awesome.
They're like they started out as a clothing, you know,
I've seen the T-shirts. Yeah.
You know, okay. They just released. They opened up a store in Brooklyn. They released a shirt. It says Supreme Brooklyn. I saw someone resell a white T-shirt. You know how much? $1,300 for a white T-shirt.
That said Supreme?
Said Supreme on it.
$1,300.
Have you seen their clothes, like, in person? Are they high quality, at least?
They used to print on Hanes T-shirts.
yeah.
And not even take the Hanes out of the back.
Right. I was going to say, for a long time, they didn't even make their own stuff.
No.
They just printed.
They would buy Hanes T-shirts and print it.
So what drives that then? What do you think is driving that? Because I don't understand that. And
Hype. It's just kids. You get a rapper that wears a Supreme shirt, and then like
is that what happened?
yeah. Oh well, that's how usually a lot of it. Like Nas was wearing it, a Supreme shirt. Supreme took a picture of Nas wearing their shirt and printed it on a T-shirt, and it's Nas wearing a Supreme shirt on a T-shirt.
That's actually kind of cool.
It's
That
dope.
is cool. I
Dope
admit that.
idea. You know, but
There's a company. It's a jiu-jitsu company.
okay.
That to me they are the jiu-jitsu version of Supreme. It's this company called Shoya Roll, and they
Okay.
make like all these gis and T-shirts. Some of what they make is nice, but your average run-of-the-mill gi, $100, $120.
Okay.
They sell gis for $180, $220, $300, and what they do is, you know, they restrict the supply, so it's a limited
That's
release.
exactly. That's it.
And that's
Supply
what
and demand.
Yeah.
but which
it's
is
all
like-
about building the hype.
You know,
Yeah, so-
that's like, you know, when a shoe comes out and it's limited to, say, 2,000 pairs. You know, it sells out. The hype goes crazy, and then you get the people that are mad and saying, "Well, why it's Nike? Why didn't they print 1 million of them? Because it wouldn't have sold out if there was 1 million of them. You wouldn't want it as bad if there was 1 million other people with that shoe. If there's only 2,000 of you people in the world with that shoe, you feel awesome.
Yeah. Right.
You know, so it's supply and demand.
Right.
You limit that supply, the demand goes up, and that's with everything.
So let me ask you another question. In your opinion, like, so the whole Yeezy thing. I mean, I've never. I couldn't even tell you.
I haven't the new one, the Adidas ones. I've never even tried on. The Nike ones I have because we got them at our shop, so that's why I have them. And to me, that was like there was actually some design in that. Like, you know, he sat there and he took this from this shoe and made it. To, you know, hey, people love them. I heard they're comfortable. I don't know. I don't wear them. It looks like the Nike Roshi, and the Nike Roshi's $70, and those are $350 out the gate. You know,
That's how much Yeezys are?
Yeah.
yeah, out of the gate, and then you got the kids that are reselling them for $7, $8, $9.
So much goddamn money.
You know?
Jesus Christ.
It's insane.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So it's like you said, it's basically just hype.
It's all hype.
Because it doesn't seem like, from what I've heard from a number of people, like I said, I couldn't even, if you put a Yeezy next to a bunch of other shoes, I wouldn't be able to tell you what any of them are.
Yeah.
But from what I heard is that a lot of them are not really all that good.
No. To me, they're not. But like I said, that's the thing with sneakers, you know. And if you're buying that shoe because you're in love with it and you think it's the greatest shoe in the world, then I have more power to you. But if you're buying it to be like, hey,
I got
look,
fucking the new Yeezys.
Look what I got on. I just spent $1,000 on them. I was like, you're a fuckboy. So, you know, like,
Talk bad about fuckboys.
I'm not talking bad about it. I'm just saying, like, you know,
I feel like a fuckboy would be a good line for a shoe.
I could put
fuckboy shoes.
Fuckboy shoes.
fuckboy shoes, fuckboy clothing. That's a good one.
A little slot for a condom.
You know, but I'll put.
They don't wear condoms.
Yeah.
Fuckboys don't get laid either.
No, they.
And what's with the
Until they get labeled one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all in good terms.
What is the actual definition of a fuckboy anyway?
A boy who fucks.
All right, well, this was fun. Turn off his mic. He's already got the headphones off. We're halfway there.
He's taking himself out of it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, you know, if you got your Yeezys on, and I'm wearing my white on whites, and they're $80, and I look better than you, there's something wrong. It's not a matter of it's how you freak something instead of just buying the most expensive thing and think you're cool. You know.
Right. Which I feel like that's
with everything.
That's the culture right now.
That's the culture with everything. You know.
Yeah.
You know, if you're driving a Lamborghini, it's not. You could be the biggest loser in the world, but when you're driving around and people looking at you, you feel awesome.
Yeah.
You know. But then you go home and cry about it, you know, because you got no friends. You know, that's
how I felt when we were driving around in high school. I was like, oh, I'm the man right now because I have a car. Everybody loved me.
Wrong.
People just needed rides.
That wasn't true. That wasn't true. That was not.
Thanks
true.
for bringing up painful memories.
It's obviously it still hurts.
Yeah, you look. Some scars don't go away, bro.
Oh man, cut him deep.
But yeah, I you know, it's another thing that's crazy to me is I didn't realize that it's been that long that Sneaker Bistro has been open. 11 years. Holy
Sometimes
shit.
it boggles my mind that, you know, we've been there 11 years, you know.
Yeah.
And
Where are you? You Sunset Mall?
No.
It's right across from Barton, man.
I'm right in
really?
Yeah.
where
okay.
Nino's Pizza and
Yeah.
I'm right next door to those guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, and
What did that used to be?
the bike shop.
That's
It
right.
was the bike shop, and then it was the bike shop moved over, and that was like a cleaners or something like that.
That's right. That bike shop used to be on South Haven.
Yep.
We used to ride our bikes there all the time.
Yeah.
And that's back when remember the bomber pads that you used to put on your bike? on the handlebars and shit? We used to ride up there and get bomber pads all the time. Me and Rob, Christy, Tommaso, we used to ride up there all the time and buy new pads and like fucking those DK necks so you could do fucking spins and shit. I forgot about that, man. Shit.
Yeah, that's how everyone used to ride in the trails right on SIP over there.
Yeah, and in Rob and Chris's backyard.
Yep.
Yeah. Have you guys expanded at all? Or is it still
the
the same?
shop is still the same size. We actually, the building next to us, we own, we rent that too, but that's just for storage.
Okay.
And we have, he opened up we have another store out in Riverhead. It's called Sneaker Aquarium.
Clever.
Like when you go out there, that store is like, it's got like an acrylic blue floor. It looks like water. And then like in our shop, we have 2 like light, big sized sneaker boxes that we put sneakers in, and out there we have 2 of those with their fish tanks.
Oh,
that's
Awesome. So it's different vibe, different. But so we have that store out there too.
Do you try to carry the same stuff in each store, or it's got their own thing going there? Just a couple shoes.
Out there, they get a lot. Being that where we are, it's Sneaker Bistro, we don't get a lot of foot traffic. Like where we are, you're coming to us. Out there, they get a lot of foot traffic, which is great. So you'll get your run-of-the-mill person that comes in and just buys a regular shoe. You're not getting that sneakerhead that has to come, So that's good. But, like, if we carry, say, there's a pack that comes out and there's 4 colors in it, we'll try to keep 2 at the Bistro and 2 at that store. Just so if you go to both stores.
Yeah.
But, the Bistro does get, the sneakerheads that coming in there looking for that. Not saying that I don't work the Riverhead store, so I don't, I don't know the client, but I heard they get a lot more, like your
Just
everyday.
Run of the mill.
Yeah, because they get the foot traffic, and that's what we always said. Years ago, before Patchwork blew up, we should have went down the main street and moved down on there and been set. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could take the place of City Swag.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I don't even know how that store's open.
Somebody's buying their stuff.
I guess so, man.
Well, like I said, I don't hate on anyone. Hey, you open up your store, that's great. And
it's a sweet spot, too.
As far as for them, like, they kill it with clothing. Like, we don't really carry too much clothing at the Bistro. We used to. Then we grow out of brands. Brands die out. Whatever. But they don't have a Nike contract, so they can't beat me on prices. Ever. On shoes. So, hey, you want to give away T-shirts and stuff like that, but charge someone $400 for a shoe that I'm charging $100 for, go for it.
Wait, now explain that. How does that work? So you sound like an exclusive deal with Nike or something?
I'm authorized Nike retail. Like, all my product come directly from Nike. Like, I'm a distributor for Nike.
Yeah, you're not going through another
Like,
distributor.
I don't go to, like, some warehouse, buy my shoes, or go to... Like I said, we get guys from those stores that line up at our store to try to buy our stuff so they can take it back to their store and sell it for more money.
Oh, shit.
Do
you know who these people are? You should fucking bash them over the head with the
No,
prices.
I just call them out. Or I take a picture of them, post them on Instagram, like, hey, look who's shopping with us today, So, it's just... And, Nike, they're very loyal to their clients. Like, they will call us and say, hey, is this guy trying to get a Nike contract? What do you think?
Oh,
Wow.
really?
That's cool.
That's awesome.
We've been with them for 11 years. And for us, we're not... it's a gift and a curse, too, but we only carry Nike and Jordan. We're very loyal to their brand. We don't carry Adidas. We don't carry this. We don't carry that.
Oh, so there's no Yeezys in your shop?
No. I don't carry Adidas. I don't carry... We're only Nike. And
so does that restrict your fuckboy clientele?
Oh, no. The phone still rings every day asking for Yeezys. Every day, But, no, but again, that's a gift and a curse, too, because when Nike's slow, we're slow. You know what I mean? So
Right.
So it's only Nikes in the
I only sell Nike and Jordan.
Oh, wow. Because I remember years ago going in there,
Years ago,
you guys had like DCs and
this
stuff like that.
This is the thing. When you first open your store, you will not open with a Nike contract. They usually wait up to a year to hear hype, to hear this about your store before they come. So when we opened up, we didn't have that. We had DC, iPath, Etnies.
They call those skater brands.
Yeah, because I bought a pair of DCs from them.
And I'll
years
tell you right
ago.
now, DC until they fell off, we killed it with DC. We
used to
were
always
we
rock
we were a
DCs, yeah.
DC Life account, and Sneaker Bistro has their own DC. We have our own. We designed our own shoe for DC.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a DC Versatile. It's the colors of the shop. On the inside of the shoe, it's got Joe's favorite shrimp recipe on the insole. and then we released, each came with 3 laces, and it was spaghetti, fettuccine, and Alfredo, the laces. It was a fat, skinny, and a normal size lace. Came in special
awesome.
packaging. And then we released a T-shirt with it, and it had our logo on it, and it was a shrimp with butter on its head because it was a shrimp oregano on the insole, and there was only 2 stores that were able to get those.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So wait, what happened with DC? I didn't know they fell off.
It's not that they fell. It's just it's not popular like it used to be. Like,
Right.
we used to carry DC. I used to get kids that would come to the store for DC Life like a Jordan release. Like, they knew it was coming out and come and get it. And they kind of just got off that whole project of doing, like, artist collabos and stuff like that. And that's what because being the boutique, that's what we carried.
Right.
We didn't get your normal regular DC. You know?
Right.
And that's like even with Reebok. We opened up with Reebok. Like I had Reebok pumps when people didn't even know what they were. You know, but that was another thing. They kind of fell off. You know, people just and that's the thing. Adidas and Nike, all right. That's they're. Unfortunately, that's what they own the market. You know?
What do you think happened? Like, do you think it's just like a shift in culture, or
it's
saturation from that? Like, because DC got heavy. Like, I would imagine like DCs must have been flying off when Rob and Big were around.
Oh yeah. No, like I said, those DC, like the DC, I loved it. I still have DCs in my closet from that whole Life project. They used to do with graffiti artists, and they did this, and I don't know if they just came off that project and were like, we'll just focus more on going into like Zoomies and Tillies and just sell basic stuff and just blow out, or because like I said, even Rob Dyrdek, he's not with DC anymore.
No, yeah.
I didn't know that.
No, he posted right on his Instagram when he's like he had a room full of Nikes, and he's like, when you've been signed to a contract for whatever 20, 30 years, and now you're not, and you could get to wear whatever you want. Like he wasn't allowed to wear anything but DC.
Yeah.
Oh,
They were
wow.
real restrictive.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, they gave him enough clothes for fucking.
Oh yeah.
Well, he
like
could wear
I
a different shirt every day.
Supposedly, I thought
year.
he had like part of the company too.
I thought so, too,
I think
but
when Ken Block started focusing more on racing, I think he took over that.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I had heard he had a part of only the shoe portion.
Yeah,
that's what I heard. Yeah.
But yeah, man, that stuff.
Who knows?
You know, like I had Dyrdek shoes in there. You know, and I believe when we released he has a pair of ours. Like he was one of the people that got a pair of our shoes.
That's
Shit,
awesome.
that's fucking cool.
yeah,
know?
that's really cool.
That's
I
real
love
cool.
that fucking show.
Yeah,
so
that was
goddamn
great.
funny.
Yeah.
Doesn't you were saying Adidas? Doesn't Adidas own Reebok?
Yes.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, they bought them
Fucking-
over.
That's why the UFC stuff started looking like soccer jerseys.
Yes.
Yeah, soccer
Yep.
kits. Yeah, that whole thing is
What a shit show
that's
that
bad.
contract is.
That's real bad. They're finally starting to like
Open up and
some
get different
diversity in
colors
the
and-
uniforms and stuff like that. But all that stuff is very poorly made.
Is
like, it? Yeah, my Keith Trimble, my kickboxing coach, complains.
Really?
Yeah, like every time he's like, none of the shit fits. It's like
He's a massive human. So.
he's a big dude, but like he said, he's a real big dude. He's the most intimidating person, and like I've been working with Keith for 4 years. He's still like
still
scares me a
scared?
little bit. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, first of all, he's massive. Second of all, he's dangerous, and he's got a mean streak. You know.
Oh yeah. So.
Yeah, like if he wants to fucking kill me when we're sparring at any moment, he can. You know, like he'll like throw kicks at my head and pull
Probably not
them.
good. It's probably not good for business.
Yeah. Good
You know what happened to your last
whoever
client? I
tries
killed
to
him.
date his daughters. Like,
Oh god.
Oh my god,
That's terrible.
That's fucking so goddamn scary.
He don't get me wrong though, Keith is fucking awesome. I love
yeah.
Keith. He's a great dude, but yeah, he's scary. Like there was, back in the day, Keith's got a reputation for being the hardest kicker there is. Like I don't know if you're familiar, you've ever seen like the shin pads people wear when they spar?
yeah.
He used to wear 2 pairs. And a guy that I train with is a guy by the name of Vinny. Everybody calls him Vinny Uzi. We had him on the podcast. Awesome dude.
Vinny's the boy.
And Vinny's a big dude. He ain't no small fry. And he had a bunch of fights. He's a tough dude. And Keith kicked him one time so hard in his leg that the spot where he got kicked, the muscle tissue went necrotic and started to die, and he had to get it cut out.
Oh my god.
And that's like just one of the many stories. So yeah. Watch out, Reebok.
Yeah, get your shit together. Make some better clothes.
He raves about the socks, actually, all the time. He's like, the socks are the only thing that are good. He's like, it's the most comfortable pair of socks ever. But he shits on everything else.
Everything
He's
else.
like, yeah. I guess, and then he said, like, one of the new hoodies are good. Because the way it works is, like, every time you fight, so, Keith's got a bunch of guys that are in the UFC. So every time they fight, Reebok makes a kit for that event for each fighter. So it almost be like, how the NFL, they hang your jerseys. And So they're doing it that style now. And so every time you get to the event or whatever, you go through the whole thing, and you go see the merchandiser for them, right after you do like whatever interviews and like paperwork and stuff like that. And they give you your kits for the week or whatever.
All right.
Because you can't be doing media without.
Yeah,
wearing Reebok.
you're labeled up.
Yeah, you can't be doing the do you watch fights at all? You watch anything? So you do the open workouts and all that stuff. That's all got to be, and so does all your cornermen. So Keith's there cornering them, and it's funny because he'll come home from an event and he'll tell me a story about I see the merch guy or whatever, and I'm like, what do you got for me this time? They're like, sorry, Keith, sorry. Like apologizing all the time and shit. It's pretty funny, yeah. But he does love those fucking socks.
Keep sending him socks.
Yeah.
Keep the man happy.
I asked him actually, like the first event, when they first rolled it out, I asked him, I'm like, what did you think? He's like, it's all garbage. I gave everything away. He's like, I got a bag that I held on to. He's like, everything else but the socks I gave away to everybody.
That's funny.
Yeah, so. But I guess apparently it's improving, but it's just.
Yeah, I'm sure with anything, they probably pumped it out to get it out there, and now it's got people like him complaining about it, and they're going to,
Yeah. So I would like to see that stuff improve because, I think the UFC is going to be even bigger than it currently is. So hopefully they'll get their shit together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That was a weird rabbit hole we just went down. But so so you're exclusively Nike now?
Yeah.
So the shop, I haven't been in there because I'm obviously not a sneakerhead, so I haven't been in there forever. Like
We're going.
Well, yeah, we're gonna go.
Podcast field trip.
Since the ones I just ordered were.
Man, we could. You know what? I didn't even think of is we prior to this new studio and these mics and everything, we used to do we did a bunch of podcasts on location.
Okay.
It would be cool to maybe do one in there.
Whatever you want, man.
We could still do that. We do still have the other mics, so we could do that.
Yeah, I'm down.
Especially if Jay wants to get involved or Joe.
Yeah,
Joe.
Yeah, I called him before I came. He had something going on, so he couldn't come.
Maybe the next time we could do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you guys have I'm assuming you guys have like a store culture as well, right? Like you probably have regulars that pop in.
Absolutely.
And like, what's that like?
Honestly, most of my friends to this day that I hang out with are people I've met through the shop. Like, my like I said, we were talking about Ivan and his friend Jonas. I met through the shop. Jonas is one of my really good friends. We hang out all the time.
Right.
And I've met tons of people through the shop. You know what I mean? Like just customers and just going to events and meeting people and it's crazy. It's and I would say because I'm I would say I'm just a guy that likes sneakers. But when I go somewhere, it's like, oh my, that's Matt from Sneaker Bistro. I'm like, how the hell do you know who I am?
Yeah.
Really? Like, how do you know who I am?
That happens. With a lot of things. Andre, my buddy Andre,
yeah.
from high school. He works at Toast.
Okay.
In Patchogue. You can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Without somebody. Oh, it's the guy from Toast. And before that, it was the guy from Cafe Amici. It's all the same. Like people, you get out there, you got a good personality too. So I'm sure you're out there talking to people.
Oh yeah.
And you're doing something that they're already interested in. People gravitate.
Well, like
to that.
I say, that's like Joe. Like. Everyone knows him as Joe Bistro. For the longest time, they thought his name was Bistro, but it's not.
Shit, really?
Yeah, if you go on his Instagram, it's at Joe Bistro. It's not, he just, everyone, it's Joe Bistro. That's what everyone calls him.
So you get like guys that just come in to bullshit too a lot, like they just pop in and hang out and say what's up, like
I have customers that give me a call like, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. How's the family? How's everything doing? How's Joe? How's this? How's that?
That's awesome.
That's the way it should be. Like
that's awesome. You should start a Sneaker Bistro podcast. I guarantee, because I imagine it almost like a barbershop.
Oh, yeah,
where there's people always constantly in there bullshitting, talking.
Well, like I said, a while back, we actually we got contacted by A&E for a show.
Really?
They were like trying to do one of those reality, and it turns out someone that was on the board for them had shopped with us, and she was like, "I love your store. I love the banter between you guys," and it never had. We did interviews with A&E. We're not that big of a shop to have our show. You know what I mean? It's like,
I don't know, man. They put a lot of people on TV that
and
look at like Orange County Choppers. They weren't that big of a motorcycle, but it was with the father and the son.
Oh yeah, well,
and
it's also a little
fucking huge.
It's also a little different selling $250,000 choppers than a $40 pair of Nikes.
Just gotta sell more of them.
And then the days that no one comes in and they're filming.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes that makes probably for better things. Like I can imagine
some of the downtime stores at the shop. Like for a while, it's not. a big enough shop that like we need a bunch of employees. But there's certain days that like, you know, we'd all be there and just wrestle around in the back, and, telling jokes and doing, that's. The banter's, great.
That's what I'd imagine.
We still, like, if someone, I still prank call the shop. Someone,
Is anyone there now?
I was just gonna say, I wish they were open right now.
You got to keep them on their toes.
That's funny.
You guys should start a fucking podcast then, man. Because I guarantee that's a niche culture that you would tap into. People already know you guys. You have a name. Why would they not want to tune in and hear you guys?
That's true.
Talk sneakers.
Shoot the shit. Yeah. Shit on sneakers. Talk good stuff and just generally shoot the shit. Because I would like. Again, I don't know anything about that world, but I would assume that not only do the shoes drive the clientele, but you guys as well. You guys are a part of.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You guys are a part of the
Right.
deal of it being successful. So if that was me, if I was a sneakerhead, I'd want to tune into that for fucking sure. The fucking Bistro podcast, man.
Yeah, something to think about.
Honestly, just knowing you, I would listen to it. You know what I'm saying? Because I would imagine to be just like what we're doing now.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Fucking nothing but laughs, but with a lot more information. You know, and,
no. I'd have to agree. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So let's wrap this up and just get on that right now. let's end this now and restart with the Bistro podcast.
Trademarked.
But so give me a good story from like some of the downtime. There's got to be some memorable moments that stand out.
Oh boy. Trying to think.
You starting to sweat and shit.
Yeah, I am. I don't know if I might not have any customers if we start talking about some of that.
Take another sip of that spike seltzer.
Yeah. No. I don't know. It doesn't get too nuts, but there's been. I've had customers, want to fight me and stuff like that. Oh yeah, no.
That's everywhere.
Oh yeah.
People are crazy.
Yeah, but the
People
problem
are so
is,
entitled.
you get it. I'm crazy late. Like I'm like, all right, let's lock up the shop. Let's go outside. Like I don't care, I don't know. Just messing around with Joe. He's just always doing something. You know what I mean? Like call you in the back or something. He's got the bathroom door open to talk to you and stuff. Something stupid. But yeah, it's like I said, it's like working with your family.
Yeah.
So it's always a good time,
All right, well, so I can definitely imagine, like you said, you've had lines around the block with certain releases.
Yep.
Shit gets out of hand. I would imagine, right?
Yes.
Like, what about with shit like that? Any good stories from that?
Not getting out of hand, but as far as like craziness, like going back to that Jones Beach release. Okay, people lined up outside. So I opened up the door. There's a 70-something-year-old man at the front door, first person in line. So I said, can I help you? Because we still, being next to the pizza place, people think we're the restaurant part of the,
Right.
So I get people all the time. So I thought he was lost, and he's just like, nah. He's like, I heard you guys getting that Jones Beach shoe.
That's awesome.
So I was like, yeah, He's like, I don't even care about it. He goes, but when I was a teenager, I was a lifeguard at Jones Beach. And I lived my life on Jones Beach. And he's like, I saw it and I have to have it. I was like, I'll buy your pair.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
That's
I said,
cool.
Dude, like a 70-year-old man lined up with a bunch of kids outside my, the store,
That's fucking
so like,
awesome.
Yo, here, take them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
That's really fucking cool.
he's a good, But yeah,
What was his reaction to that?
he didn't want it. He was like, I don't want anything for free. I was like, don't worry about it.
That
dude.
old school mentality.
Yeah.
But lineups, it's not too crazy because, like, if we know it's going to be nuts, like, I'll call my buddies up. I'm like, all right, you're going to run the door, doing this. Like, I've gotten calls at night from the police, like, yo, something, the kids are fighting. I'm like, I don't know. They're lining up for shoes. I don't, sit
Not
there.
my
I don't
problem.
know. It's not my problem, But, like I said, especially on Long Island, you get to people, they don't know how to line up.
Oh, no.
Not like in the city. Like the kids are, if you're sitting there and you move, you lost. That's it.
That's it.
Like kids by us, they'll sit in their cars and then they'll see me like walking up to unlock the shop and they come running out and they're fighting with each other. I was like, I don't care what time you got here. If you're not sitting by that front door when I walk, you're not in line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get arguments with dad,
Oh, God. That would drive me
and then,
crazy.
like I said, we try we try to give it so the customer that wants the shoe gets the shoe. And so you can't always do that. But I know if you're coming in with your dad does not want that shoe. You're buying that shoe to resell it. I ain't going to sell it to you. Because why should the kid behind you not get a pair of shoes because you want to make $100 on the shoe?
Yeah, or have to pay double for it.
I like that. I like that you guys do that.
It's not right. And that's why for a long time we used to do raffles because the lineup got out of control. I had a kid buy a pair of shoes from us, sell it in the parking lot. I saw him sell it and then come back in line and try to get another pair. And I told him no.
Holy shit!
I was like, you just made more money on that shoe than I did, and now you want me to sell you another one? I said, not happening.
What do they say to that?
They get mad. They're like, what, are you kidding me?
Well, yes, this is a fucking joke.
No, I don't care. I'm not here. I don't care. I'll burn that pair before I sell it to you.
Burn the whole
that.
fucking store down.
You should make them fill out applications like they're adopting a puppy.
Yeah, no. And it's messed up. Sometimes I'll mark the box, and so I know if I go on eBay and I peruse through and I see my little note on that box, I know you're selling my stuff.
Yeah.
That's smart. You know what? I like that. I like that you guys do that.
It's not. It's a culture, and you don't want to screw. Like, if I was there to make money, I'm there to make money, but I'm not there to be. I'll charge you $400 for the shoe.
Exactly. You do it yourself. Like
I don't have to give it to you for retail.
Right.
I mean, you expect me to, and that's what we do there. But I don't have to. I can charge you whatever I want, like everyone else.
Yeah, you could upsell the shit.
I said, you guys make more money than we do because you have no overhead. You don't have employees. You don't have a contract. You don't have to spend you don't rent. I said, you come in, get that shoe for $100 for me, and sell it for $400, and that's it.
Yeah.
And that's what the resellers killed the game, and that's what you could ask any store owner, any person that works at a store, any old school sneaker guy. Resellers killed this game.
What do you think? Like, where did that come from? The whole resell thing.
It was always a thing. People were always like, hey, I got 3 pairs of these. I could get my next shoe. Now kids aren't even buying them for themselves. They're just buying them to sell them.
Yeah. eBay fucking did it.
eBay, and like I said, those stupid shows. Those kids walk around all day long selling shoes. Sneaker Con and, the Dunk Exchange and all those places. They, kids are there to make money, And that's what they're like, oh, why don't you guys come? And I'm not there because all these kids want to sell or trade. They're like, oh, well, I'll give you 3 pairs of these for those. I'm like, I'm a store. I don't need your old beat-up shoes. I don't want your old shoes.
Go barter on the playground, dummy.
And the messed up part is that's even getting affected now because Nike was putting out so many of the shoes. Kids aren't being able to get the money they used to get. So I get kids every day call a shop. Hey, do you buy shoes? Hey, do you buy shoes? Because they're sitting on stuff now. Because they bought it thinking they were going to make money. And they didn't realize it was overproduced, and now it's at the outlet for half the price.
Good, that's what they get.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's the risk you take with anything. If you're looking to make a profit on something, you're always going to take that risk on losing. But now with sneakers, it's
it's crazy. eBay. I recently, what the fuck was I selling? I don't even remember what I was selling, but they're to the point now you could actually just scan the barcode and it creates the posting for you.
Yep. It's insane.
Yeah, it gives all the markups. It connects other feedback for the product and shit. I'm like, this is literally made so that people could walk through the store and scan shit. Be like, oh, retail is $9.99. I can sell this for $15.99.
Exactly.
I'm gonna buy 10 of them and fucking throw them on eBay right now. I guess more power to these people that are doing it, but at the same time,
it's
their
hustle. But you can't expect the business owners to catch on to that, and when I charge you $20 more for a shoe and you get mad, you have no right because you're expecting me to sell it for you. I'm expecting you to buy that shoe to wear it.
You're not a distributor.
Exactly. That's what I said. Why don't I do that? Back in the day we had to. When I didn't have a Nike contract, me and Joe hustled. Big thing was Nike SB. Huge. Couldn't get them because I didn't have a Nike contract. So what did I do? I started calling people looking to sell stuff. And me and Joe drove 12 hours to Indiana.
Holy shit.
To a skate shop who had the top SB account and bought everything that he would sell us. And then drove back and put it in our store.
That's fucking crazy.
And again, he's from Indiana. SB wasn't good for them because those kids skated. And those shoes were shitty to skate in. Yeah. Kids didn't want to spend $150 on a skate shoe. So he was giving them to us, and the culture up here was nuts. I
Yeah.
couldn't keep them in.
What is SBs are a basketball shoe, right?
No, skateboarding. They do dunks and,
Are these part of the SB?
Janowski's?
Janowski's,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Yeah. See? Look, I'll show you.
Well,
So,
yeah,
so
back in the
Indiana
day,
doesn't have a skate culture?
no, they have a skate culture, but they were kids that skate. Like this guy was attached to a skate park, so like they would rather buy the $40 Fallen shoe and rip it apart and not be mad that I bought my Nike that was $150 and I
And
wrecked
destroyed
it.
them, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if you're skating,
Yeah.
you're wrecking your shoes.
They have real skate culture. Like those
Yeah,
kids
like
actually
those kids
go
were wearing.
and-
Yeah, they were like if I was down there and I had my Etnies and iPath and all that stuff. Yeah, that's what they would want. They want that cheap skate shoe to rip apart. They don't
Yeah.
want that expensive.
It's not a fashion statement. It's a
Yeah,
utility thing.
exactly. Yeah,
Right.
and and SB was really big into the pop culture, so everything was tied back to stuff. And they had a Heineken dunk and a Old Spice dunk and Mork and Mindy's and everything tied back to something in pop culture. So kids were just like up here. It was awesome. People loved it.
What does the dunk mean? It's like
Dunk. It's just the silhouette. It started out as a basketball shoe. The dunk. You know what I mean?
right because I always SB
Yeah,
dunks.
Yeah,
dunks,
SB
yeah.
dunks. But then that was like their most popular silhouette for SB. The highs and the lows. They're comfortable. I have a lot of SBs, but
It's just not a functional skate shoe, I guess.
no, I
they're
guess
expensive.
it's just. I think it's more the fact of how expensive they can get, and
Right.
you're not going to skate. Like you could pretty much skate in any shoe you wanted to.
Right.
I could take my Jordan 1, my Bread ones, which is basically a dunk and skating it, but they're worth $400, and I'm not going to go outside and
And destroy 'em, yeah.
slide them up grip tape.
Yeah, so I
that's true.
think it's more not so much that they're not functional.
Yeah, no,
but
yeah. It's
when you
more-
could buy 4 pairs of
Exactly.
Etnies or something like that for the cost that you're paying for these SB dunks, you're not gonna skate in those dunks. You're gonna
Exactly.
skate.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, Skanga, why don't you tell them about your
That's
your
what I
knockoff?
wanted to get into.
Oh, jeez. So,
you got some fakes.
I got some. They're
Bad?
bad.
He
Bad
got
fakes?
They're
He got
bad.
fooled.
So, what was it? Like the end of August, I got the Adidas, what are they, the NMDs? Or
NMDs,
whatever?
okay. I know it's crazy that they're faking Adidas NMDs now.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
So, I got a pair of them, and I love them. I got them in like a black and gray camo,
So okay.
and they're like the most comfortable shoes I've ever had.
NMDs are. I don't
Yeah.
have them, but I've been told. I know friends that have had them. They are a comfortable shoe.
But I like the look of them. I like the feel of them. They're easy to slip on and off. I got a lot of good things to say about this shoe. It's my favorite sneaker right now
And they're fake.
that I have. And I saw online advertised like a Sneaker Bistro type place, like a little boutique shop. They advertised them for cheaper than I bought the original pair. Like, I guess I'll just say how much. I bought the original pair for like $140. And then they had these, I think, for like $70. So I should have known something was up. I bought them drunk.
I was about to say.
I should have known something was up.
I think NMDs retail for 180. So if you
Yeah.
find them for cheaper than that, they're probably knockoff.
But they had them in like a cool like green camo that I couldn't find anywhere else.
You probably got the Bape fake ones.
Oh, they came in the other.
Show me a picture
First of
of
all, I don't have a picture of them, but
let me see.
they took like 30 days to come in.
Yeah, because they were still
Right.
making them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are straight.
They had to melt down the plastic.
Yeah.
They are straight plastic.
So some
They're
4-year-old
awful.
Chinese
like,
kid was making
all
them
the
for you.
tags where it would say like it just says fashion. It just
not
says
those, though.
fashion. No,
So say if you got Bape Adidas for $80, those like resell for like $2,000 now.
Bape? Like
Yeah.
bape? Like bathing apes?
Bathing ape, yeah.
That's still around, huh?
Yeah, they're coming back big.
Really?
Big now. And I'm surprised. I see a lot of kids wearing it now and stuff. And for a while, it was gone,
Yeah.
It's like, but yeah, now they're wearing them now. And it's like I said, and they always were a big collabo. But from what I saw, they're starting to release their shoes again.
okay, ready? These are the ones I got.
Okay.
These black ones.
Okay.
And then I thought I ordered these camo ones.
And for 70, and Stadium Goods has got them for 250.
Like I said, I was a little drunk when I bought them.
He's like,
and I was
70,
like,
let me get
look
3
at this
pairs.
price. These are sick. Yeah. So yeah, that's
And they're
what
trash.
that's what happened.
Oh, they're
Yeah,
awful.
they're straight plastic.
You know what the thing is? It happens a lot. You know what I mean? And that's and people ask me like, oh, and I'm pretty good at spotting a fake. You know, and I'm not an expert.
Helen Keller could have spotted these fakes.
Yeah, no,
Well,
but again, I've
person,
seen.
I would have been
She
like,
just
yeah,
wouldn't be able to
this
tell
shit.
you about them.
See, but but that's the thing. You know, you got guys that, as the years gone on, fakes got a lot better. They're coming out of the same factories now
Yeah.
as the originals. It's just, you know, the little, you know, guy from Vietnam is putting this sticker on and that sticker. You know, it's like they're coming out of the same factory, so it's getting harder and harder. You know,
I bought like a couple of knockoff like sports jerseys from like a website, and there's no way that they didn't come out of the Nike factory.
They're coming out of the
sticks. They have the same
come out of the
pegs.
same factory now. And the thing is, you know, I've had, and hey, I don't knock any. If you want to wear a fake shoe because that's what you can afford, and you know they're fake, more power to you. But I feel bad for the people that are going out buying them and getting screwed.
Yeah, that's
you know.
I'll
that's
never
all right.
wear those sneakers.
You know, like I've had people come to the shop and like ask me to like almost like
Authenticate or
write a deposition because the guy was suing this guy. You know,
shit.
and he brought the fakes in and they were good.
You're like the special eyewitness that gets
Yeah,
brought to
like,
the
yeah,
stand
yeah,
to
yeah.
testify.
Witness,
Yeah, you're the expert witness.
forensics.
You know,
Excuse me,
expert
Mr. Dillon. Can you state?
You know, and-
can you state your credentials for us?
and it's tough because, and the thing is, especially buying on the computer, those guys can
Yeah.
put whatever picture they can put a real picture up.
Yeah.
You know, I saw a guy post. He was like he bought, you know, saw the pictures and the guy just printed out a picture of the shoes and put it in a box and shipped it to him.
Wow.
He opened up the box and it was a picture of the shoes.
Wow.
that's real
And
fucked up.
and the thing is, hey, you spent $30 on it.
You got
You
kind
pretty
of
much know they were fake. But if you went out and spent $1,000 and you got burned,
funny thing with that like is you ever see the people like at like Redbox and shit like that
Yeah.
that'll put a blank DVD or a blank CD in the thing and print out, especially they were doing it with video games a
Oh,
lot.
yeah?
They print out the CD or what it looks like and put it back over there and put it back in the fucking
yo,
machine.
that's like the guy, you know, back in the, you know, my other job, I work as an environmental driller, so I'm in the city a lot. You know, you got the guys walking around with iPhone boxes and it's a rock in it. You know what I mean? Someone opens it up, or it's a picture of an iPhone with a brick. You know, like it's the old hustle. You know.
I didn't know that was going on at Redbox. So
Yeah.
people would rent the movie, keep it, and then just put something in the case to
yeah,
return it with.
yeah.
Yeah, 'cause especially a game, you get a $60 game
that- yeah,
for
the
$5,
games. Yeah.
and you put in the fake thing.
fucked up.
What's the motivation between even putting anything in the box?
Because
Is it weighted?
It'll scan it,
has to
and
there's a
it'll keep
barcode on it.
charging you if it doesn't.
Right.
If you don't bring it back.
No, I know that. What
But
I'm
if you
saying
printed
is,
out the barcode, it's scanned that it went back in, and you're out.
Yeah.
I was just saying, like, you could just return the empty case.
No. The barcode's on the disc itself.
Oh.
So they would
they
like take a
copy the
picture of
disc,
the
yeah.
and then
Oh,
print it
okay.
out.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot
Yeah.
more sense.
And they put it on there so like it wouldn't move. It would
pretty
just
clever.
stick on there. And
I can't even get mad at that.
No, that's
Dude,
and there's
fuck
no
it.
way for them to track that because you can return them to any.
Well,
Redbox,
no, I mean
right?
they
I
still
think
could
eventually
crack.
it-
They
it
could
could
crack
go-
it to your
get
credit
into it,
card.
right,
Yeah.
Like, but if you did it with like a gift card or something, like a Visa gift card,
Yeah.
you can't track that.
You know what though? I'm not even mad at that.
Let's go to Redbox, guys.
Yeah, cause, honestly, because fuck Redbox. They started that whole company by taking your fucking change anyway. They used to be the change machines.
Coinstar?
Yeah, Coinstar became Redbox.
There's still coins.
There's still Coinstar.
Well,
Oh, they just branched out. They
Yeah.
just painted a bunch of boxes red.
yeah. It was
Really?
like, yeah.
There's
I
a
did
vending
not know
machine
that.
for everything now.
Yeah.
You ever see the one there, the supermarket? You sell your old cell phones.
Yes.
Really?
That's crazy. Yeah.
You put in your
It's like
information
Eco
of what your
something.
phone is, and then it goes through the thing, and it shows like what the going rate is, and it'll come up with an average. You can put your phone in there, and then it gives you the money.
Get out of here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really
Crazy.
fucking crazy.
I didn't know that.
Also, the Snapchat glasses were sold that way.
Yep.
They set up kiosks, and it was all like a vending machine.
Yeah.
And they just did them like random spots.
Me and Joe always thought about doing a sneaker vending machine, but then it was just like it'd have to be huge,
Dude.
like a box.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be that big. They have in the Massapequa Mall.
I know what you're talking about. That
the crane, like the claw game
the
almost,
key
with
game,
for
yeah.
shoes.
I know a lot. There's a store actually that has one in their store too. But I was
Yeah.
thinking like that's one. That's a game. I'm thinking about like. Then I was thinking, just shoelaces. Those things could go in the
Yeah.
little thing.
Yeah.
Put
The
them
shoelaces would
in
be pretty
places.
cool.
Just sell. Look, even these. I change the laces on these. New pair of laces. You break a lace.
That's pretty cool.
See,
that's
that's
a good
what I'm
idea.
thinking. That's
It's not a bad idea.
The sneaker vending machine thing, though,
it had to be big.
It would have to be big, or you'd have to only put
One
style.
style.
Yeah,
one style with the
in
size
a couple
of
different
them.
sizes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. The thing it's got the shoes hanging, and it's got like the little key that's
Yeah.
to get it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they had those in like all kinds of arcades with like iPads.
Yeah,
and
now
shit
they
like
now
that.
they're doing it with sneakers.
Yeah.
You know, it'll have like your white on white on the bottom with the big hole, and then the pair of the Yeezys with the holes like this big on the top.
Yeah.
You know what I saw recently? I don't know if you guys have seen this. The Amazon locker.
Yes.
I
saw one
thought
out
it was really dumb at first, and then the more I thought about it, it's fucking ingenious.
What is it? Like they deliver to it, right? And you get a code.
Yeah, so basically what it is,
It's like a PO box almost.
Yeah, kind of. It's like a PO box that Amazon has, and they have them in all like different locations, and you could have packages delivered to them. So you could, and then you get a code, and
That
it's
unlocks
yep,
it, right?
and then you take your stuff. But you could also do returns in it.
Oh, see, that's good.
Which is really fucking cool. So you don't pay like I don't think you pay any additional shipping or something like that.
that's cool.
It's something like that. At first I was thinking, I'm like, that's so fucking dumb. Like, you know, if I'm getting this to somewhere like I live, but then I was actually traveling for work. And I was like, holy shit. I'm
That's
like,
a
if
good
I
idea.
fucking forgot something.
And sometimes, especially around Christmas time, the people that are stealing packages outside your house.
Yeah.
You know, and that's like, even with Apple, I had to get a new iPhone. So I'm like, all right. Didn't have to sign for it or anything. And he just left it outside the door.
My laptop. I just bought a fucking new laptop recently,
yep.
and the same thing. It was just fucking left outside.
that's
I'm
what
like,
I said.
what the fuck?
Well, Amazon's got a new thing now called like Amazon Key or something like that, where you can remotely let them into your house to put the delivery inside.
See,
the
that's a
house.
little sketchy, too.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about
I
that.
didn't read the whole article, but I just saw it. It's a thing like where you can now allow
That's
them.
a little sketchy.
Yeah,
Like,
I
yeah,
don't know.
Super sketchball.
I'm going to let you in my house to deliver my package. You come home, the package on the floor. Nothing else is in the house.
Your package is safe, but I got your
I
TV.
took everything else.
Well, I mean, I think shit's gonna start getting real crazy on Long Island because I know Long Island is in the running for the second Amazon headquarters location.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, over at the Brookhaven.
No, I heard Shirley.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Brookhaven
right.
Airport.
Yeah, like over by Brookhaven Labs on William Floyd.
Okay.
That's Shirley.
Okay. When you said Brookhaven, I thought
like
you meant
north.
the Brookhaven.
That actually-
I thought you meant the Brookhaven movie theater.
Airport.
For some
No,
reason.
no.
That's what I thought you meant. I thought you meant like the old plot for the Brookhaven movie
That's right,
theater.
mate,
I
like,
still hate that they got rid of that movie.
Yeah, me too.
And the thing is, they built nothing there, so what's the
Yeah,
point? Like,
right.
you should have just left the movie theater there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never understood that.
Well, they wanted to. I actually
Put a
went to a
casino.
town hall meeting for it.
Well, then it
Because
was
they
like-
were going to build all union. I would be working there.
Yeah, well, then they
And
wanted...
they wanted to build a casino there. They ended up putting
Yeah.
it in Jake's 58.
Yeah, they wanted that, and I think at one point it was supposed to be like a Walmart or something, too. They were looking to build there.
They want to build a Walmart where the gas station
Yes.
is now on Barton. I mean, on Hospital in Barton.
Yes, that's where it was.
Yeah. They were going to put a Walmart
Well, yeah,
right
no,
there.
it's just like, there's nothing there. Just put...
Yeah.
You could have left the movie theater there.
Yeah, why not?
Obviously.
Both those movie theaters, Patrick movie theater, there's nothing going on there either. Two giant plots of land that there's nothing on.
I think Patrick, they eventually built the condos back there.
No, it's not on the same space. It's
Oh,
Yeah,
because
it's
I thought they
adjacent
bought
to
that
it.
too. They were built. I thought because like I said, I do the geotech drilling, so we do a lot of drilling for new developments and stuff like that.
yeah,
The,
no, they ended up doing nothing with it yet.
That's crazy.
The Quorum one was like that for a long time
Yep.
too. That was fucking big empty spot, and that they finally built like apartments or condos or
Yeah, they
something
have
like
like
that.
condos. They have some
Yeah.
retail in there too.
Oh, did
Oh, do
really?
they? I didn't know that they had
that,
retail.
Or
in there.
I don't know if they put that in yet, but I know that was one phase of the job, retail.
I haven't been
Same
down
thing
there.
with if you've been on William Floyd Parkway in Shirley.
Yeah, they built those.
They built those condos up.
yeah.
That was the first phase. Now the next phase is retail.
Oh,
They're putting
Interesting.
stores there.
Well, I think if Amazon headquarters comes to New York, man, Long Island specifically, shit's gonna get wild fast because I know they've been talking about drone delivery stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah,
like
that's-
you got Amazon Prime and they have it in that warehouse or whatever. Your 2 days is gonna be 1 day.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's pretty sick. And then if they start deploying drones, because I already know, I read an article not too long ago about they're already like doing.
They're testing the drones. I've seen
Yeah,
that somewhere.
they're already drawing up like legislation about how to manage the airspace and stuff like
That's
that for the drones. So it's not that far away.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like that's what the cut. No, you don't got to leave your house. You have a drone come to your house and
You know
drop
what?
stuff
That might
off.
be why they want that spot because it's already an airport.
Yep.
Well,
They
that's
already
what I
have the
heard.
airspace,
That's kind of what
and
I
it's
heard.
right down the street from my parents' house, and their property value is going to go up. So good for them.
It's gonna be a lot of jobs too.
Yeah,
A lot of
definitely.
jobs.
Yeah, that's definitely a solid.
You know, a lot of jobs from every industry. Amazon's becoming the next big competitor to Google in terms of like like virtualization software and stuff like that. Like I'm actually studying to be certified on all that stuff.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, for work. Yeah, it's a big Amazon, and they're taking over the world.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking crazy. Start off as books.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
They put all bookstores out of business, and then they're opening an Amazon bookstore.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. But so what's the next step with the shoe game? Because like you said, like what we've been talking about is almost competition in a way.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, there's always competition. You know what I mean? But,
So what do you got to do to stay relevant? Like to keep it?
it's tough. You know what I mean? Like for us, one of our things is like we make these. Our customer service is second to none. I guarantee. I treat customer. We don't. The clientele. They're not customers to us. You know what I mean? And you can't bullshit a sneakerhead. If I go into Foot Locker sometimes just to mess with those kids. Like if they don't know who I am by this point, because half those kids shop with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I lived the culture. So like I could talk about shoes and I can not sound stupid. You know what I mean? And people will come back. Just like if you have a good experience at a restaurant, you're going to go back to that restaurant because they treated you good.
Right.
So as long as we stay who we are and be real with customers, and they're going to come back. You know what I mean? And it's not even the people that are going to come back. It's the new generation of kids that are getting into it and know that we're a relevant name in the game, and they're going to, hey, if I'm going to start getting into sneakers, I'm going to go to Sneaker Bistro, see what they got. Tell my friends I shop at Sneaker Bistro. So because most of the stores I used to shop at when I was younger aren't around anymore.
Yeah.
And I've seen kids come to us that were in kid shoes and now graduating high school, graduating college. So
That's got to be kind of trippy, huh?
it's nuts. It's nuts. I got kids that come into the store with kids now, and I'm like, no way.
You're like, no, that's not allowed.
Like,
Sorry.
how is that?
So you're on second generation. customers?
Some guys, like if they shot with us when they were kids and they had kids, they come and get, their baby shoes. They'll come to us.
That's crazy.
And it's tough. Like I said, if we made it this far, I think the only people that are going to end up shutting it down will be us. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you've
we're
created
local
a name,
dudes. Like I'm a mile away from the shop. Like,
and you're known. You've created.
Yeah,
a
and that's
name,
the
you've
thing.
created
That's
a-
the thing.
an atmosphere.
I don't see it. But people will come up to you and be like, "Oh, dude, Sneaker Bistro, we have a new guy down at the shop, Jeremy. He started taking pictures for us, and he was a customer. You know what I mean? And he's been helping me out and stuff. And I'll say something. He's like, "Dude, you don't understand how well known your guy's name is out there." And I'm like, "Get the fuck."
It's definitely very well known.
And that's what'll keep you going. If you have a good experience, again, you're gonna go back. If you get burned or someone jerks you or treats you like
You buy $70 fake shoes.
yeah,
I'm gonna chalk that one up to experience.
Now
I know.
Now I'm gonna get messages all the time. Hey, dude, can you check these out for me?
You got to that's a little side hustle. Like, yeah,
I would never do
$5 shoe
You know
service
what?
inspection.
I would never, because I don't want to be held responsible for that.
Yeah.
And that's why even today, like,
What waivers are
I'll
for.
do it for friends. But if someone comes to the store with a pair of shoes, like, can you authentic? I'm like, no, because if you go and sue someone, or then it turns out I say they're real and they turn out to be fake, or
Yeah, then you're liable.
I tell them, I'm like, yo, all right, if you're looking for a Yeezy and you want to know if I don't know them like that, and I heard the fakes are go to Adidas store, bring them in, see if they can tell you. Those are the guys that are selling them, But I think as long as you just keep bringing the good experience to people, they're gonna come back. As long as you have the product and you're not an asshole, they're gonna come.
That's at some point you can find the shoes anywhere.
Yeah.
You're not making them, so it's
that's
what
what
you
we
guys
also
bring.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like if if someone's selling it cheaper than me, I'm not mad at you. Go and get them. You
Right.
know what I mean? But I know I've known people that have drove from Manhattan to come to us because either it's sold out in the city and they know we have it, and if you call me and say, "Hey, I'm coming from the city, can you hold it?" I'll hold it for you. I'm a man of my word. To this day, people come to do it, and they're like, "Oh, I'll leave you half the money." Dude, don't leave me half the money. You're coming back. You say you're coming back. I trust you. I'm not, but yeah. So as long as sneakers are always going to be around. There's downtime, there's good times, there's bad times, there's peak times, and it always comes around.
How fucking crazy does it get there, like Christmas time?
Oh, it's nuts.
I can only fucking imagine.
Black Fridays, I hate.
Oh.
Do you have security for that shit? Like one of those days?
No, it doesn't get. There was one year, and we'll never do it again. We put what we wanted to put on sale, and we opened up at midnight on Black Friday, and everything in the store was 50% off, and we will never do that again. It was a madhouse. People were trying to rip the doors down. We did it for it was 3 hours. Everything was 50% off. And people went, and I was like, people are not getting TVs. They're not coming here. Don't worry. And I pulled up after eating, and I'm like, oh my God.
I don't get why they do all those sales still. It's a nightmare.
Yeah, and
I used to work in Tanger.
Yeah, but I know it's crazy though. Half those stores, all that big they're doing Black Friday sales a month before.
Yeah. And online too.
Yeah. So it's lost that luster, but yeah, no, Christmas gets a little hairy, especially when Jordan decides to release the hottest shoe on Christmas Eve, and you're like, oh great,
you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Fucking Michael.
Yep.
That would drive me crazy. How often do they do that?
Every year it's not usually Christmas Eve. It's the week before Christmas. They release the hottest shoe and that'll be this year too. They're releasing the Jordan 11s, and they're all red, and they're hyped to the max. Because
jingle bells on them.
2 years ago they came out, and it was only for Carmelo Anthony. It was a Carmelo exclusive shoe. It was just his. And people were like, oh my God, that's great. And they heard the hype, and they said, you know what, we're going to release those now. And people have seen them for the last 6 months, you know what I mean? So now it's I'm waiting.
Yeah, they built the hype.
I'm waiting. I'm getting those.
My favorite shoe still is I think it's the Jordan 11s, right? The patent leather ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are my favorites.
I
think that's the best.
Is that the one with the
patent leather?
The Space Jams.
Yeah,
he wore the Space Jams.
The white ones with the black patent leathers, and then they had the black on blacks also.
And then the black with the black patent leather and the whites. Those are the Space Jams.
Yeah. How much do those go for now?
Well, the Concords are up there.
That's the black on black.
That's the white and black.
Okay.
The white and black. They just last Christmas the Space Jams came out again, and I saw people selling them up to $450, $500.
What?
And I remember after Christmas, I went to a meeting at Jordan Brand, and they told us that this year that was the most sold shoe in Jordan history. Last Christmas, they sold so many of them that it was the most sold shoe in Nike history.
I thought I see now. I didn't know that if I just wanted to buy a pair of those right now, I would be able to. I didn't know that.
Yeah. You ain't getting them for cheap. Like I said, you're getting them for that $400, $350.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
So do you know when those will be released again?
The Space Jams, not for a while.
No.
Like I said, they just did it. They do it every couple of years. The Concords are due to come out though. I don't know when. With us, I go with Joe directly to Nike headquarters in the city to do ordering. So I know what's coming out next year already. We order 6 months in advance.
Oh, wow.
So unless it's what they call a quick strike from Nike, which is a limited thing, they tell you, hey, you're getting 30 pairs. They'll be here this day. That's it. I know what's coming out. You know what I mean? So, I know what's coming out next Christmas already.
That's crazy.
Oh, wow. They're that far ahead of the game, huh?
They have an idea. There's not – the samples aren't out, but their idea is out there that they're –
because you got to think the amount of time that goes into design, into getting into production and shit like that.
Well,
so
it's the design for the Jordans,
yeah, no, it's not. It's the mocking up of the silhouette, they're coming out the next month or something. They do a Jordan 6, and it's called the Like Mike pack, and it's like Gatorade. It's the color Gatorade, it's white, green, and orange, because like Mike, you wanted to be like Mike, you drank Gatorade. Yeah, so now I saw 2 pictures of them. Original, there was a green shoe with
it's got to look hideous.
Terrible. And then now there's a white one with hits of orange and green, which is still hideous, but
better.
Like
not many
I said,
people have orange and green clothing. It's hard to.
I'm an Irish guy,
so it's that can almost. It's like that seltzer can.
It looks like You know the old squirt bottles?
Yeah.
Gatorade squirt bottle? That's what it is.
Oh,
That's what
gross.
it is.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's not okay.
But they always try to. It goes with a concept. They try to do.
Right.
Like this year with the Space Jams, it was whatever anniversary of Space Jam. So they actually normally Nike doesn't spend the money to like do collabos with people, but they spent it to get the licensing from the Looney Tunes. So like on the cover, it had like Bugs Bunny's hands and the Monstars and all this stuff. And this year was the first time I had the 45 on the back too. Normally because Jordan was 23.
Yeah.
But since after he came back from Space Jam,
It's 45.
he was 45. So, but yeah, no, so they do little tweaks to like sell it. You know what I mean?
That shit. I just didn't know. I didn't know it was that fucking
The
crazy.
whole world
is.
you don't know
Yeah.
about, bro.
I know.
It's crazy.
Because I actually had thought about that probably about maybe like a year and a half ago. I was like, you know what? Because I played ball back in the day, and I used to have both pairs. I had the black and the whites when they first came out, and I had to rake so many goddamn leaves to get those fucking shoes. Man, I'll never get that, man.
You had to earn them.
Yeah, and
These days don't earn them.
Nah.
because they were expensive too when they first came out. I think
They're $200.
we were in like 6th grade when those came out.
$180, $200
Yeah.
box. So
Yeah, I had both pairs, the black and the whites, and also I had the Kevin Johnsons, the Kevin Johnson Converse sneakers. Those shits were hot when they first came out. I had those in black and white too, and I was thinking back to that, and I was like, man, those were good shoes. And I was like, you know what? Obviously, I don't play basketball anymore, but there were shoes that still have some
I'm the same
fashion.
way. Yeah,
you know,
and it has a meaning to
Yeah.
it. That's how I am.
Yeah, it's nostalgic.
My favorite shoe is the Jordan 8 Aquas. Okay, most people don't like them, but that was the first Jordan that I bought with my own money when I was a kid. So now, when those re-release, I always buy. I have 4 or 5 pairs in my closet, not even worn, because I will always have that shoe. Like if I get married, I will be wearing that shoe.
which one is that?
It's these the bunny, Bugs Bunny they call them, but they're black, teal, and purple,
Oh, I know
I remember
exactly.
those.
and
Yeah.
that is my favorite shoe. And when they I think
I used to call those the Larry Jordans because they were like Charlotte Hornets colors, like
Yeah.
Larry
Yeah.
Johnson. Yeah,
he
Johnson,
I forgot what I think it was 07. They re-released them, and I was actually on vacation. I was in St. Thomas, and I called Joe. I said, "Dude, you got to get me these shoes because I'm on vacation." So he's like, "All right, I'll get you. I'll get you." I'm in St. Thomas on vacation, and I walk into a Foot Action, and they had them, and I bought 2 pairs when I was down
wow.
there, and they were duty free too, so I saved the
Nice.
tax.
Nice.
So I'll always have those shoes in my closet. Like I even have baby ones, so if I have a kid, that he will have those shoes.
Nice, good move.
That's fucking awesome.
I was always a fan of the 13s.
13s.
I had to Google it to make sure I had the right number.
13s. Those are
But
great.
I love them in that like white, gray, and blue, that navy blue they did.
Yeah, the
Like that. I just always
flints.
liked them. Yes, yeah, I've heard them
Flints.
called that too.
that's what they're
I've
called.
never had a pair, but I've always.
We
like,
can make
just
that happen. You got
always-
$70. I'll get you
Yeah.
a pair.
We'll have to exchange numbers. Though.
I
I'm
can
gonna
get
look
them.
fresh this weekend.
I
I
can
can't
always,
wait.
I can always find something. I always find shoes.
But I've always loved those shoes.
Yeah, 13's
I've
a-
never actually had a pair of Jordans.
Really?
I got.
The
I mean, I'm not a
but the-
crazy
the-
sneakerhead, but
the
I got
13s
probably
too.
25 pairs.
They designed that to it. If you look at the bottom of it, it's a panther's claw because his nickname was the Panther, so it looks like a cat. Like it has the hologram on the side. That
Yeah.
little ball. It's to look like a panther.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that. That's
Interesting.
What are the chances of with your connections that you could get access to any of those Jordan 11s?
Dude, there's a will,
Cool.
there's
Nice,
a
we
way.
know people now.
You can
You
get
just
them.
text me
It's
sizes
$400.
Yeah, but
No.
would it cost like would I get smashed over my head for like
No.
$400 for them?
No, I'll try to find them personally myself. You know what I mean? So like, if whatever my connect would give them to me for, that's what you'll pay.
We might have to make this happen. That might have to be a Christmas present to myself.
The Concords might be tough. Those might, but the Space Jam, since they just re-released them, I'm sure I can find them.
All right. Yeah, we might have to make this happen. You know what?
So exciting.
Like, it's good on a couple levels, right? Because one, I want the shoe; it'd be great. And then if we pull through on them, I'm giving you mad props on here for that shit. Like, I'm gonna wear those bitches everywhere. Like, yo, Matt Bistro, son. But I would be pumped, man. I had like a whole just weird nostalgia day.
Yeah, and it's, to me, that's what I love about sneakers. You know what I mean? Like, there's always, you can always like, to me, remember stories. I remember this. Like, even if you go into our shop, there's this stupid, we have like a Burger King toy, like the bobblehead, and it's because when we went 12 hours to Indiana, we stopped at Burger King after we bought the shoes, and I got that toy, and I told Joe, that guy's going to be at the shop forever now, and he's been there 11 years, just on the shelf, just chilling. Everyone's like, why do you have a Burger King here? I'm like, yo, because that's a memory. That's me and Joe driving 12 hours and just didn't even sleep. We just loaded up the truck and just went back and opened up the shop.
That's awesome.
Damn.
Well, I slept. Joe didn't.
Yeah, that nostalgia definitely plays a huge part.
Yeah,
a huge part.
That's, But like I said, I look at it now, like, being at the shop for so long, like, my dad will call me, like, hey, do you got these? I'm like, well, you don't wear sneakers. What the hell is going on? And he's my size, too, so that's the problem. I was like, one time, I was meeting him out to go to a Mets game, and he works out in Queens. So he pulls up, and he's wearing loafers or something. I'm like, what the hell are you wearing? He's like, oh, I just came from work. I was like, go in my trunk. There's about 4 pairs of shoes in the trunk. Take whatever your favorite pair is, and I can't be seen with you wearing those loafers. I'm sorry.
I got a rep, Dad.
And then he's like, you sure? I'm like, just take them. I was like, they're in the trunk. I probably even know what's in there. And he came out wearing them. I'm like, damn, I forgot I had those.
Put those back. Not those ones.
So I was like, yeah, just keep them. I don't care. But yeah, I'll get a message now. Hey, are you guys getting this? I'm like, how the hell you know about this?
That's funny.
My mom never wears them. Oh, can you get me these shoes? I'm like, what the hell?
Is she trying to get them for somebody else, or
No,
she's
no,
just starting to take interest?
She's reselling them.
Yeah, she probably, my parents are getting, their kick game has gotten enhanced since the store. They look pretty good.
Your dad's not wearing the Currys when I'm white, the dad shoes?
No, I'll never let him. Like, he had to get rid of those, like his old school, like ASIC, like
those
hospital
New
shoes.
Balance.
Yeah, like the hospital
yeah.
shoes. Yeah, nah,
Tevias?
he's usually in a pair of Air Forces or Air Max 95s or
Nice.
Roshis. He's a big into Roshis now.
What are the Roshis? That sounds so familiar.
They're just it's just like a mesh running shoe. You know what I mean? They're cheap. They're good. They're comfortable. But, they're $70, so there's something you can, get and not get beat over the head over.
Right. I'm hitting Google Images.
It looks
Didn't you bring them up earlier when we were talking about the Yeezys? They're
yeah, they look like
Nike's
Yeezys.
reasonably priced Yeezys.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know exactly what these are.
You know.
Yeah. Okay. That's actually, that's a nice shoe.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Okay. So, Yeezys, Jordans, SB Dunks, right? What is the most popular shoe of all time?
All time?
Yeah.
All time, most popular. Well, as far as never been changed, the white and white Air Force One, it'll always be classic and never go out of style. It'll always, but as far as like,
They made a song about it. That's how classic
yeah.
it is.
Yeah, something that comes out every time, sells out every time, resell is big. Jordan 1s. They call them the band ones, the black and red ones. Every time they come out, they sell out. And recently, every Jordan 1 comes out, sells out. It's just, it looks good in sweatpants. It looks good in jeans. It looks good. And they call them the band ones because that shoe got banned from the NBA when it came out because it had no color.
Yeah.
It didn't have enough white in it, and he still wore them. And people love them. I think I have 3 pairs of them.
I gotta hit the Google Images to see. Oh, these? Oh, just those black and red ones.
Black and red one, and the leather they use on them, they break. Like the more you wear them, the more worn they get, the better they look. Like it's just something that it just never like. They always look good.
And just to clarify, the song that I meant,
Nelly, Air Force Ones.
No. Fuck that. Rakim, Kanye West.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was for Air Force One.
Yeah.
That was a Nike. They did that for the anniversary,
right?
And that's like this year. I think it's the 30th anniversary or 35th, something, but 82. Yeah, so it's the 35th anniversary of the Air Force One. So they're doing a big artist project now with having artists do like they have. Years ago, they came out. They had a white on white Air Force One with the Rockefeller logo on it that they did for Jay-Z and everything. Those are coming back out. They have that guy Travis Scott is making one. Then they have this guy Virgil that does the brand Off-White. He's doing one. Don C's doing one. It's a big thing because Complex actually does a big show out in California called Complex Con, and they
Complex the magazine, right?
yeah, Complex the magazine. They do a big event, and I think they're releasing them there or something like that. But yeah, Complex Cons get you. Complex is blowing up like crazy. Like
I used to be a pretty big fan of theirs.
well, actually, the guy that is running it, Joe LaPuma, he used to shop with us.
Really?
Yeah, he's from Long Island.
I didn't know that.
know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
If you ever go on and you watch, like, Shopping with Complex, they take all the celebrities. They go, that guy Joe, yeah, he's from Long Island. He's
Oh, wow.
yeah.
I don't know if you remember back when when we worked at Sprint. Do you remember the cat Rudy? He was friends with Devin. He worked at the Sprint store in Sayville.
Yes. Yeah,
Rudy,
yeah. Yes.
Rudy worked for Complex at one point. He may even still. He was part of Complex at one point. He used to always post like interesting shit. But they got weird, man. I followed them on Facebook and they started posting a bunch of weird shit all the time, like clickbaity bullshit, and it annoyed me. So I unfollowed them.
Yeah, no, I'm not into that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but because they used to
Back
actually
off.
put out really good stuff, like good interesting articles,
Yeah.
and they'd hit like niche cultures that maybe don't get enough press that I would be interested in. And I don't know.
They actually did. I forgot what, a couple of years ago. They did top 50 sneaker stores of all time. We were.
I saw that.
we were in
Yeah, I did see
That's
that.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's
we were
sick.
in that.
That's amazing.
All right, so how do people find you, Joe, and the Sneaker Bistro?
You can follow Sneaker Bistro on Instagram and Twitter. It's at Sneaker Bistro. Facebook, it's just Sneaker Bistro. We're at 580 Route 112 in Patchogue, Suite 17. Phone number is 631-730-7132. If you want to follow my boring ass, it's Matty Twinks SBB on Instagram.
Speaking of which, I got to ask you about that. Matty Twinks?
Matty Twinks, okay. I don't know. Do you know? I don't know. Do you know Jeff Perini?
Yes.
Okay.
Tall, skinny cat,
Yeah.
right?
Jeff's one of our best friends. So years ago, we worked at Consumers Kitchen and Bath. And there was this kid named Vinny Dapp that worked there. And Vinny was like
The one on Vets? Okay.
yeah. Vinny was the biggest wannabe homeboy in the world. And I had a Ford Explorer, and I was like one of the first people with 20-inch rims. So this kid walks in. I was like, well, still new. And he's like, whose white truck is out there? I was like, it's mine. He's like, with the 20s? I was like, yeah. And he just went off on this tangent. Like, you got them 20-inch ceiling fans. You got 20-inch Twinkies. You got 20-inch... And he just goes, so you're Matty Twinks. And Jeff has never let it go. His brothers call me that. I was in his wedding. My invitation on my table said Matty Twinks. People really think my last name is Twinks.
That's hilarious.
And now you own it.
I stay with it.
That's awesome.
And it's just everyone's calling me that. They to this day, like they don't even it's always Twinks. That's what they call me. Like their mother calls me Matty Twinks.
I can sympathize with that. Same thing with D-Rock.
Yeah,
man.
you
People-
got to stay with it.
No, but it's actually funny. I started teaching at a new gym, and one of the guys that also teaches there, who I was like working with in the beginning, I've trained with him for over 10 years, and he knows me as D-Rock, right? So I'm meeting all the students, and I'm introducing myself as Dave, and he's like, whoa. His name's not fucking Dave.
Yeah,
It's fucking D-Rock. He's like, nobody, and he like says to all the students, he's like, nobody will call him Dave. And I was just like, yeah, all right, it is what it is. He's like, why would you even introduce yourself as that? I was like, because I don't introduce myself as D-Rock, man. Like,
I know what you mean.
Like, what am
But
I?
it's just when you're around people that know you by that name, they're not gonna let it slide.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing. Like, with these guys. We work at the casino, obviously.
Yeah.
And this is maybe 2 years ago. I seen Chris and Mike and a couple of other guys. They're like, oh, somebody was here asking for you yesterday, and they called you Dave, so we told them to fuck off. Like, they asked for Dave, which means they don't know you.
You did the same thing to the guy Dan that I worked with.
Yeah.
And he was like, is Chris here? He's like, there's no fucking Chris here.
Because nobody calls him Chris. Everybody calls him Yarborough. Like, everybody that really knows him. So to me, I was just like, this guy's he's just name dropping to get in the place. He's like, oh, I'm here to see Chris. I was like, nobody named Chris.
I've had people come into the store and Joe would be standing next to me and they'd be like, yeah, I'm friends with the owner. And I was like, oh yeah? And they're like, yeah, me and him go way back. And I go to Joe, I'm like, yo, this guy says he's friends with the owner. And he's like, oh yeah? Yeah, you should hook him up maybe. I don't know. And like, they don't even know it's him. He's standing right there with me.
Jesus Christ. Gotta love it. You gotta love people.
Yeah, that or he, like when I'm off, he'll tell like someone coming to sell something or something, and he'd tell him Matt's the owner. So then I'm sitting there on a Saturday or something. Someone comes like, "Hey Matt, what's going on?" I'm like, "Can I help you?" He's like, "Yeah, the guy that the other guy, Paul, told me that you." I'm like, "Paul? No one Paul working here." So I call him like, "You just tell someone that I'm the owner and you're Paul?" Yeah. He's like, "Fuck you. I'll talk to you later."
By the way, before we wrap this thing up, I want to say thank you because we hadn't seen each other in years.
Yeah.
But over the summer, he came to the casino. I'm walking by, I get a tap on my shoulder, and it's Matt. And he's like, "Yo, what's going on?" I'm like, "Oh shit!" We start talking. He's like, "Dude, I love your podcast." Like,
I honestly started first listening. It was because when Lent was on,
right?
He had hit me up and he's like, "Oh, I did the podcast and this and that," and I was like, "Oh, that's awesome." And then I started listening, and then, like I said, you're doing people I grew up with, Guas and Sean Laurie, and I'm like, "Oh, those kids I grew up with," you know?
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it, man. That made my whole day that day.
No.
I was like, fucking, it was real cool. And that's that day we were like, we got to get you on here. So
yeah, we exchanged numbers. I got drunk, lost my phone on the boat.
That's pretty normal over
He
there.
texted me like a week later. He's like, "Dude, I'm so sorry, I lost your number." I was like, "Dude, I lost my phone. Don't even worry about it."
I had the DM on
He DM'd me,
Instagram.
He's like, "Dude, I lost your number." This and that. I was like, "Dude, don't even worry, I lost my phone."
Yeah, that worked out real well. But yeah, man, it was cool to hear that,
And that, like I said, dude, we grew up together, and being with the sneaker store, we support local, and that's how it should be.
Right.
You support your friends, you support your local people. Like we're always like that. If you're a local artist or something, you're trying to get your music out, I don't give a shit. I'll put it on my Instagram. I don't care.
Right.
That's like this kid Jerry that I became friends with. He's a singer, songwriter, artist. It's great. I love his music. So I support him everywhere. He does shows. He does I go. Because that's what friends do for friends, and that's how it should be.
Right on.
So culture's not like that anymore. No. Everyone's out for themselves,
Yeah, everyone's hating.
Yep.
Yeah. Fuck them.
Yeah. We don't support them.
We're hating on the haters. But,
that's all right.
Dude, thank you for coming, man.
No, thanks for having me. I had a great time.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Next time I come, this guy definitely is wearing headphones, though.
I worked for
like 10 minutes. We've been here for 2 hours. Get
out of here. My ears are
Get out of here. Yeah.
I don't like them. I don't like the headphones. I can hear you fine. You're right next to me.
Nah, I sound way better on the headphones.
It's true, actually, because I've taken mine off a couple times. I had to put them back on, so you sound,
It sounds so good.
I gotta make.
Sound fine.
I gotta digest this guy's voice better through these headphones.
Yeah, definitely. I hate my voice. Don't worry about it.
And we gotta definitely get you back, man. Maybe we could get
Like I said,
get Joe as well too.
Joe, like I said, even if you guys want to do someone else and just do it in the shop, just
I would love to do that.
I got you.
I would love to do that.
Whatever you want.
I think that would be cool because we had a lot of fun doing some on location ones.
Yeah, like I said,
we
just
did
let me know.
we did Toast in Patchogue there.